president of the Southern Piedmont Woodturners. For those of you who are new to turning, Jerry's a bit of an inspiration. You've seen some of the things he's done over here, beautiful work. Jerry's been turning for 3 years, and it's certainly come a long way. So tonight he's going to walk us through the process of making those. And hopefully, definitely has the wow factor, so by the end of the night, hopefully we can all make some and bring them back next month. So a round of applause for Jerry.
I want to thank you for inviting me up here. You guys already have some world-class turners that when I started, all I heard was the names. And, you know, it's like, there's one right there, Frank Pinta. You guys have the turners. You have Al and Leland. I mean, you guys have everybody that knows how to turn. And it's just people that they didn't know I was looking at them, but I was looking at them. And that's what's so neat. I started about 3 years ago. I've been woodworking all my life. I own my own business. I'm a drywall and tile contractor. And I was in the Marine Corps. It's kind of funny for me that I'm at college teaching a class and I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out of school when I was 16, and I went into the Marine Corps on my 17th birthday. I was at Paris Island the day after my birthday. And I went into the Marine Corps because I got tired of my mom and dad telling me what I do. So we all know how that works. Yeah.
Second week of boot camp didn't sound too bad.
I really enjoyed it. I loved the spit shine shoes, the press. I loved all that stuff because the Marines were the best. They still are. I was in Charlotte on the 4th of July with this aviation museum, and it was right when the war started. Oh,
Civil War?
oh. One of the wars. We got so many of them now. And you know, they had the Army out there recruiting. They had the Navy recruiting. They had Air Force. They told me was part of the military, so the Air Force was out there. There was no Marine recruiter. And I said, you know, and then it dawned on me, somebody had to fight the war. So those guys were over there, but I'm proud that I'm a Marine. So,
Thank you for your service.
oh, yeah. When I was 19, I do everything early. When I was 19, the day after my 19th birthday, I got married to my beautiful wife over there. So we've been married 30-some years now. 32 years. And we raised our kids in Richfield where we live at. And now the kids are gone. And we have grandkids. And I really love turning. My niece goes to school here. And she took a wood turning course here. Now, I can't get my own kids to turn, but my niece did. For the president of Southern Piedmont, I tried any way that we can raise money so we can bring in world-class turners. And what my agenda is, I've been president for 3 years. Okay, I started turning 3 years ago. So in order to be president of the Wood Turning Club, you don't have to know how to turn. All you got to know how to do is pick up the broom and sweep. And that's how I got picked to be president. So my first year, I really didn't know what to do. You know, I'm going to all these symposiums and stuff, trying to learn as much as I can. I have a few ladies, and well, the second year, I said, you know, I want to get into the school. I want to be able to teach the kids how to turn on a lathe. And the way I could raise money the best and not have money in it was to make hats. So I got our club involved. We're at the Cabarrus Fair. We go to the Cabarrus Fair. And what I do, I make hats at the fair. I make 5, 6 hats, whatever I can do out there. And we raffle them off for $1.50. And we usually raise a couple $1,000. Well, at Christmas time, this is all stuff people said you can't do, okay? People tell you you can't do things. And I'm one of those ones, I'll figure a way to do it. Well, I wanted to go into Carolina Mall, a big mall in Concord. Hospice was selling our Christmas ornaments. And I went there the first year, they just got our ornaments on this table. And I like the wow factor. And I approached him and I said, what if we come to the mall next year with lathes? Now this is in the food court of the mall. Some of the guys are they ain't gonna let you do that. Well, I approached the mall manager and she welcomed me with open arms. So this past year we raised $3,600 for hospitals. And it's a great way to raise money for different organizations. We're a nonprofit, and it was just for the Arts Council. We get a grant from the Arts Council. They were just amazed that we were able to raise money and give to another nonprofit. So that's what it's all about. We have fun. And how many professionals do we have? Professional woodturners. Professional woodturners. How many do it for a living? So we just do it for fun, right? And that's how I like to keep it. I like to have fun with turning. Glenn said, I've been turning for 3 years. Now 3 years doesn't mean 1 day out of the month. Okay? Now I hold a full-time job, okay? I work this morning like everybody else does. Okay? So I'm in my shop every day. I'm turning from dusk to dawn. From dawn to dusk. See, I didn't learn from college, so. But I just love it. If I don't make anything, I love it. I love to see the shavings fly. It's just so neat. See, that's what it takes. It doesn't take much to make me happy. But I saw Chris Ramsey. Now all you guys know Chris Ramsey. Chris, at my first symposium, he was in the symposium here in North Carolina. And someone told me they make hats. I said, there's no way you can make a hat out of it. No possible way. Not on no lathe. And I went to the symposium and there was a wedding. That's what's so great about knowing somebody's symposium. So that got me really inspired. We went to auction that night and all my life I said, I don't care what it takes, I'm going to get that hat that he's auctioning off. I said, I'm going to get that hat. So I was able to get that hat. And they had an opening at Campbell. And Chris Ramsey taught me. And I was trying to make hats. I should have brought one of them out there. It looks like a bowl over there. I was trying to make hats, but it's always nice when you have someone show. So my first class I went to, I've learned everything on my own all my life, except marching. I was at a club meeting. I wasn't a member, but Nick Cook came. And I told my wife, I said, if I'm going to get into this stuff, I'm going to learn from the guys that do it. And he's a full-time turner. So my wife and I went to Marietta, and I was there for 3 days. First thing he tells you, learn how to use this tool. Well, how dumb, I just do what I'm told. what you're told is a piece of cake. So he said, learn how to use this skew. I said, okay. Well, it's not easy to do. Well, I kept trying. Well, 2 weeks later, I saw, well, there's a book from Dick Sing. Everybody knows Dick Sing? He makes Christmas ornaments. He kind of always puts out all this other stuff that I didn't believe was made out of wood. Well, he was teaching a class at Campbell. So I said, I'm going to that class. Well, I went to that class. This is the tool I had, because my first instructor says you need to learn to use the skew. So I went to that class, and Dick says, okay, we're going to make this ball. So we're going to make this ball. And I said, okay. He says, get your spindle gap. I said, well, that fella down there in Georgia told me to learn how to use this thing. I said, I'm going to try to use this. It's kind of. Okay. So he goes like that. So by Wednesday of the class, he said, man, you hard-headed enough to make that thing work. And that's what it takes on some of this stuff. You got to be a hard-head. So I was using my skew, and this is just my first weeks in turning. And I was so honored that Friday he invited me back. Teachers, they have their own little house. And he invited me back to the house. And I told him, I said, Dick, I'm tired of construction. Now this is before the economy went down. I was already tired of it. And I said, I want to make this thing work. And he said, you know what? He said, you're going to make it work. And so I've been really trying hard. I'm not a finesse turner. I'm a move the wood and go. If you ask me what degree that is, I don't know. I don't have a clue, and I don't care. It doesn't matter to me what degree that thing is. Just long it cuts wood. That's all I care about. Okay, that's all I care about. If I need to get into a little fine little doodad, like a little bead, well, I'll ground another tool. Well, if it's not ground out, I'll ground it again. I did some hand grinding on my grinder, and plus I use a jig. And I've just learned, I feel like I've learned different things than some of the other guys that teach. I didn't know what a dovetail chuck was when I got started. For all the new guys, my wood just kept flying off the way. Just flying off the way. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Doing what these guys are saying to do. I'm putting this dovetail on there and it just keeps flying off. Oh, my chuck was just straight. It's these simple little things, but I didn't understand. I tried to do everything, and then finally it catches on. So for the new people and people that can turn a while and still have the problems, you're always going to have problems. You just work it out, okay? I'm not promising we're going to make this happen, okay? I'm not going to promise that I'm not going to go through it. Things happen. I turned my lights out in my shop when I turned. I did the Greensboro meeting. Everything was fine. And then when I clamped it down, the top broke down. It ain't no big deal. It's a piece of wood. You guys burn wood. What's the deal? Once you get to the point where you don't care, once you get to the point where you don't care whether you've messed it up or not, that's when you can move on. If you're new or old and you're trying to make that gallery piece and you're just learning to turn, just forget it. Have fun with it. Have fun. That's the main thing. Have fun with it. And then it'll go on the more you play with it. I've never turned a hat on one way. So this is a new experience for me, okay? I always use a face plate. Now, I'm not telling you have to use a face plate. You can use a chuck. You can jam a piece of wood in. I just feel